Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Vlofast and today I'm bringing you 5 easy farms to set up in your survivor world. And these farms are going to help you progress a little bit better to the game. Let's start with one of the best ones for you to have early game, which is a chicken cooker. As you can see, chicken are getting cooked and there's quite a decent amount of chickens here. And every time a chicken lays an egg, this comparator detects it, the observer sends a sign that the egg gets dispensed. The little chickens stay there. When they grow up, they die and they get cooked up, which is a good source of food. And in order to start building this, I'm just gonna give you a little look. This is a super small design. It technically is a 3 wide one because of trapdoors, but it can fit pretty decently. You don't need to use trapdoors, you can use walls if you want to. So you can just put it inside a wall and it works perfectly. So these are all the resources you need to actually make this chicken farm. Down here in my hotbar you have the exact quantities of all of these items. Here it depends, you can have like a big storage system or you can not even use trapdoors, you can use solid blocks if you want to. And then chickens, just overall chickens. So let's build this real quick. So first you want to decide where you want to take those things. Like if you just want to have like a chest or a double chest, it's easy. Then you put a trapdoor here, not a trapdoor, hopper there. You need some temporary blocks. You don't actually need to use glass here. You can even put glass here, or you can use anything else that's actually not solid but transparent, like glowstone or stuff like that. And this is where you can actually just use anything you want. Like you can use stone or anything you have in hand just to close that side over there. And then you want to break up the middle, go inside of it real quick, put that thing and put your dispenser in. Then you want to have a block there. Perfect. Then what you need to do is put another hopper here and dig this out like this, up into the hole, put an observer looking that way. You can dig yourself out, break that. You can cover this thing back up, and after covering it up you actually want to put a block back down there, and you want to pick up another piece of glass. You want to put a redstone underneath there. You want to put a glass and put a redstone dust there. So basically this thing will detect, send a signal down, and the glass makes it so it activates the dispenser. Then you need one comparator right here, and then you just need to encase the area of the chickens. Then again, you can use trapdoors, you can use solid blocks, you can use whatever you feel like. And you just go down here, put a trapdoor there, break this block, and then you just put in your chickens. They will take a while, especially if they're babies like that first one. And as soon as you got some chickens in, you can also just hop in here, put a stone slab there, put the lava there, and boom, there you go. And you can just wait and you'll get chickens out of this. They'll get dispensed, the baby ones will stay there until they grow up, the lava kills them, and boom, cooked chicken. Now, onto the second farm, you're gonna want to have a wool farm. And even more so because bed mining is now a big thing on 1.16 in the nether. So if you want ancient debris, you'd probably like to have a wool farm so you have all the wool necessary to all the beds you want to do. Or maybe you just want to use it to make pixel arts or to build. This is always a good farm to have. You'll probably need a ton of wool if you're just building some huge buildings, Even for carpets and mob proofing, having a wool farm is always good. So for the sheep farm, again, you have exact quantities down here, and these can vary for how many you need, like number of chests and number of sheep you want to have in your dispenser. And this is like expandable, so if you want multiple of these, you can have multiple of these. And let's start off just by placing the chests. You put the chest, you have to decide where you want it to be. Of course, you can always link this into a bigger storage system, not just this. Then you want a hopper facing into that. Then you want to have a rail, any rail, it doesn't need to be power rail. Then you want to put a hopper into that. Then you want to real quick just go to the sides and block it off. So he won't escape. For safety, you can just block off there and maybe grab a piece of glass if you want to and just hop up there. And then you have this thing closed up. Then you want to put grass on top, like these, 8 pieces of grass. You want 8 pieces because the sheep will be here. So if she eats this one, all of these ones can grow into here. So you want to maximize the rate of the grass growth. Then you want to put an observer there, a block here, and then you want the redstone dust here, which was missing from the items list. And you want a dispenser here where you're going to put your shears, and the farm's done. All you need to do is close this thing so the sheep won't escape. Then you can just get yourself a sheep, and boom, there you go. Your farm is ready to go, fully functional, and it will give you a lot of wool over time. So now on to farm number 4. This one will be a bamboo or sugarcane farm. You can use either of them with the same design, and I'm gonna save a little bit in the observers by just using one, and that one activates the whole farm. So this farm is actually expandable, so you can expand this as much as you want as long as you do the water currents correctly. But you can do this as big as you want, so you can use any amount of these ones. You can do a 1 tile, or you can do like 16 or 64, as much as you want, as long as you have the resources, of course. So to start off, I'm just going to do a 6 wide, so you have 6 pieces of glass here. I'm going to extend this to 7, just because I want the water to go correctly. I'm going to put an 8th block there. So I have 8 here, but this one is going to be disregarded for now. So basically what you want to do is go to the 8th one, put a solid block. It needs to be a solid block there. And if you want to have 7, then here you want to go by an extra one. This is so the minecart can actually function underneath this, because the minecart needs to go against solid blocks, and he also needs to be underneath all of your dirt. Next step, place your dirt. Now that you have it here, you can just do this, and you have 7 pieces of dirt. Now, for this to hold bamboo and sugarcane, you need water for the sugarcane. So what I do is I use some stairs to actually hold in the water. So you put one like that, you do the same one there, but now you want to just do this. So this way, all the water you put in here will stay in here, and it will actually hold the bamboo, which needs water. So just spam water on there, and boom, now you can actually plant bamboo on top of this. Now, in order to do it, you still need to put like any block. It could be solid, it could be glass here, so that the items don't get stuck on top of those stairs. Then you need your pistons, some redstone, and 1 observer. Oh, one thing you need to do on the last rail, you actually want to dig up a little bit, because you actually want to put a chest here at the end, and then you want to have a hopper going here. This is the storage system. You can do the storage system like any other way you want, but you need at least this much, you know. You need at least have a chest there with these hoppers going in. So now if you can re-put the minecart hopper, and anything it picks up will get immediately put into here. And next you need to place your pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have 7 pistons. Then what you need to do is go with a bunch of solid blocks, and they need to be solid, they cannot be glass, or else they will not transfer the redstone into the pistons. And you need to put at least 1 observer. You can put more, and whenever anyone gets updated, they just trigger all of them. But if you're low on quartz, you can just use 1, it will work as well. Then what you could do, you can use any other block to prevent sugarcane or bamboo for getting stuck there. You need to raise the walls a little bit on all sides so they don't get flown out of the farm. And I'm gonna do this at least 3 blocks here. Yeah, so none of the items actually get a little bit thrown. And you can even close this thing like that. And there. Now, what you will be needing is a bucket. Yeah, a bucket of water to catch all of your stuff. You can see the way I put it, it lands perfectly. So The 9th block is the hopper, so the water stops on the 8th block, so there's no water on top of this, but the items will flow over here, no problem. You can even put more hoppers here if you want to, but this is just to save a little bit on hoppers. And this is literally all the farm. You can even put the walls a little bit bigger if you want. You can do this with any type, it doesn't need to be glass. The glass is just so you can look for. And now grabbing some bamboo, you can see a sugar cane, I placed it, I can plant bamboo. You may or may not feel the need to light this up, because you never know when mobs like to spawn there. And if I just go to the settings of my game and I increase the tick speed to 100, you'll notice that the sugar cane and the bamboo will start growing. Yep, and you can see they grow perfectly, and if I trigger it, they all break. The hopper minecart picks like most of them, they get stuck in here, but the one that lands on the water, it comes into here, and as you can see, bamboo. There we go. So you can just AFK, and this will gradually fill up with bamboo or sugarcane. If you're having things like this happening, while the bamboo just keeps growing and growing and growing, you can actually just stop the bamboo from growing by placing a block on top of it. So if you only want them to grow to this tall, just put some blocks, and there you go. The bamboo will not go taller than that, and whenever that sugarcane grows, it will update the entire system, and they will all get broken up, and they will all get picked up. There we go, just activated. And now the last farm is actually a basalt farm. This block may be a little bit underrated right now, but since the nether update, this thing is actually pretty cool to build, especially in the nether. And the way this thing works is you just come up to here and you just hit. And if you hit it like in the right moment, this thing will start to regenerate so fast you will not be even to see the glass at the end. But in order to do so, you probably need a haste 2 beacon. Some of it may get cut up in there, so that I had some solid blocks there. Let's just cut them out so you could actually see the blue ice. That's blue ice, that's lava, this is soul soil, and boom, you got a ton of basalt. If you just AFK here a bit, you get a lot more. There's a lot more there. Can I catch it? No. But you get a lot more, and you can fill this entire double chest in 10 minutes. Just by sitting here and clicking, not even doing anything. So, and these are the resources that you will need to make this farm. 5 blue ice, 5 soul soil, and 5 buckets of lava, and all of these can depend like how much you want to have your storage for this farm. So, let's start with the collection system for the farm, and it will mainly be your hopper minecart, because you actually don't get a lot of it just by standing near that thing, because most of them will get pushed into the lava, or your minecart hopper will actually catch it. So if you decide to have your chest here, you first need to have a row of 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you need to have solid blocks on either end. Then you just put some rails on top of it, you get a lever, power it, and you just put your minecart going in. Perfect. So for the next step, you actually need a temporary block there and place the 5 remaining soul sand there, and you can put yourself a little staircase, because this is where you're actually going to be hitting the blocks. You need to be right up close against the soul soil. Then you need to make yourself a little cage for lava to be in, just like so, and close it there and close it right there. Yeah, perfect. And then you need to go on top and put a row of 5 blue ice, just like this, and all of these areas need to be lava, and you'll see, perfect. And all you need to do is an efficiency 5 pickaxe. You just dig this thing up. Of course you would like to have this thing closed. You don't need to worry, this block, you'll never reach this block if you're playing on computer. If you're playing on mobile, you may actually want to extend this a little bit further away. But if you're playing in Windows 10, then you have no issues, because you always reach there. See, I'm spam clicking and I'm not reaching the end. So if you're playing on mobile and you have a little bit of a bigger reach, you can actually expand this thing a little bit more. So just have that in mind, and all of your resources should be picked up by this hopper and be at this chest. And that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoy these tiny tutorials. Hope you guys enjoyed more of my series and all my other videos, and leave a like and a comment down below. Tell me what you think, and don't forget to subscribe. It really helps the channel. And yeah, see you in the next one. Goodbye.